bizarre. That's how I want you to tell stories. Think of the most craziest things. Use your imagination. If you love space travel, use space travel. If you love vacationing, think of something crazy. If you like James Bond, use it. Now, I'm going to give each of you 1 minute. Once the time is up, the other student will carry on the conversation. So if Hammett starts, then Hogan will continue. So whatever story Hogan is telling, Hammett will continue, but you can change it. Oh, we've got a few more students coming in. Hello, Gaspar. Hello, Elle.
Hi.
Hi. So here's what'll happen. I'll give you a minute, Elle, and I want you to start telling us a story. It can be about anything you like. The crazier, the silly, the wilder it is, the better, because after your turn, Gaspar will have a minute and he has to continue the story. But he can change it as much as he wants. You could start a story about a vacation on the beach. Then Gaspar could all of a sudden turn it into an international spy thriller. Hammett could change it and make it something about space. The key, when it's your turn, is you must transition from what the other student has said, change it a bit and make it your own. We'll keep telling the same story until, well, it's gotten way too silly and we need to start again. It's what we call a broken telephone story. It changes dramatically from one student to the next. So here's the order that we're going to go in. Elle, Gaspar, Hammett, and Hogan. That's the order that your images show up on my screen. Now, if one student has a broken microphone and doesn't talk, then we'll skip and go to the next student. So as soon as you hear these chimes, and you're all pretty familiar with them, time is up. The next student immediately continues. So Elle, are you ready?
Can I start if you don't mind, Simon?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, Hammett, you can start.
Okay, so, and Hammett, can I start with my own idea?
Time starts now. Go ahead, please.
Okay, once upon a time, the banana, kiwi, and strawberry are very nice and close friends. And there is one bad person, and it is a cake maker. And one day, the banana visited the strawberry because the time was the kiwi's birthday. So they were preparing some surprises, but the cake maker was following on them all time, and they were not aware of the situation. But one day, that day, they were very excited. So when they were going to Kiwi's house, the cake maker caught them. So my story is finishing this part. The other guy can continue.
Time is up. Okay. Next, Hogan, continue the story, please.
Oh, actually, I lost the banana, strawberry. Actually, a lot of fruit and vegetables probably gather into one home, and suddenly one monster came up and eat everything else. So it's only monster alone, and he went outside of the home and looking for his friend, but somehow there's no such monster. He's just running around in here and there, and finally got one of his best friends in the backyard. So the two monsters walking together and go into the another house. There is another ghost living there. So they didn't even know there was such a ghost living there. Next.
All right, Allie, continue the story, please. You've got a minute. David, continue the story, please. You've got a minute.
And then this ghost
went into this cemetery. It was at night. It was dark. It was very creepy. But then all of a sudden, on one of the crypts, one of the tombs, there was another ghost, but it was a very nice, benevolent, smiling ghost. So the other ghosts were kind of surprised. Why? This ghost was so happy. He's dead anyway. So he asked him, "Hey, what are you doing there? Why are you so happy? You're dead." He said, "Well, I'm happy because I'm in peace." "Yeah, but we are dead too, but we're not in peace." I said, "Well, then what's your problem?" Next.
Hey, you guys actually have a minute. The chimes will go off at that point, but if you do say next, then we'll go on, okay? So, Al, continue the story, please. Okay, Gaspar, continue the story, please.
Okay.
Gaspar? Okay. Hamet, continue the story, please.
Okay, there was a love planet as a 10th planet in the space. So these ghosts decided to visit that planet because, according to their traditions, St. Valentine's Day is coming soon. So, and the love also started between them because one ghost, as David said, it was nice, and other one is very good looking. So they decided to get married on the love planet, but they could not know their skills. Suddenly, when they were reading one elixir book, they learned they can fly. So they tried to fly to love planet. Then next.
Okay, next, please. Hogan.
So when they arrived new planet, they started to build their houses for living, and but they couldn't find any material to build a house. So they tried to dig the ground, and they finally found very some dirt. They tried to build a house with the dirt, but it's not working because it's very weak and fragile. So when they tried to build it, then just demolished this nest that they built. So they tried to find another place to live, and they finally found a cave. It's pretty big and dark, and I think it's pretty good for hiding from some animals or creatures. So they started to the living there, but suddenly something happened in the cave. Next.
Something happened in the cave. David, it's your turn. Al, you're next.
What happened is there was another ghost living there. So the ghost say, "What are you doing here? Get out of my house." They say, wait a minute. We can settle this situation. Why don't you pay your rent? Oh, I have some skills. I can make this cave even better and looking nicer. I know how to engineering. I can put some internet. I can put some good lighting and everything. So the guy say, "Okay, well, let's settle down. Let's talk about this." But then this ghost fell in love with a ghostly, beautiful ghost. So there was an issue.
Thank you. Al, continue the story, please, with this issue.
Okay. Then both of ghosts they falling in love, and then they decided to not living in the cave, but they want to buy their house. So they decided to talk to the realtor and ask the realtor to get them a beautiful house. And after they got the house, and they have children. The next.
They had children. But unbeknownst to the two ghosts, there were some ghost hunters, Sam Winchester and Dean Winchester, and they were chasing them down, using all sorts of spells, salt, sulfur, to capture them. But unbeknownst to Dean and Sam, these were ghosts, not of Earth, but of another planet. Oh, time is up! Hamet, please continue.
Okay, so the Ghostbusters busters decided to catch up them because they were coming from the world. So the world's FBI informed these Ghostbusters. These two ghosts are very dangerous, and they can cheat to buy that house. So after that part, the Ghostbusters were very close to catch up them. Next.
All right. Hogan, continue, please.
So suddenly the Ghostbusters died because of the hot weather, and they cannot stand with the hot weather because they wear a very thick clothes on it. So everything just disappeared. But actually, that was not real. It's a dream. So actually, I woke up in the morning, and it's kind of a nightmare. So I'm starting this morning today, and fresh air went outside. But suddenly, there is a monster out there. I hope this time is not. I hope this is again dream. But actually, I pinched my skin, but I feel hurt. So I think it's not a dream. So what am I doing? So what am I supposed to do? So I yelled at it. Hey, help, help, help. Nobody helped me, and I am alone actually. So I'm looking around myself, and nobody there. But I had to run because the monster following me and running again and again, and finally I got a house. So then actually that's another scary house. There is another ghost that I saw in the dream. So next.
All right, thank you, Hogan. L, next, please. Next, please.
Okay, after he realized that it wasn't a dream, he tried to run away from that monster, and then he found a bird. He talked to a bird, asked the bird to help him escape from that ghost. And the bird said, "Oh, if I help you, what you want to give it to me?" And the guy said, "Okay, if you can help me to escape from the ghost, I can give you a beautiful cave, and you can enjoy you can enjoy staying in the cave wherever you want." And the bird said, "Okay, I'm gonna help you." So the bird just leading him to the safe place. Next.
All right, thank you. Hammett, continue, please.
This bird and also helper person was another nightmare, and I was a civil engineering student, and I was close to take my final exam. And that morning was my mom was trying to make me wake up because she was worried more than me, and she came to my bedroom, and she poured the water. So I woke up suddenly, and I recognized everything is just nightmares and not good dreams. When I checked the time was 9:30, and my exam was at 10:30. So I suddenly wore my clothes. Then I was outside. The next.
All right, Hogan, continue.
Okay, so I rushed to go to school to take exam, but on the way to school, I met my friend who wears ghost clothes. So I feel like, oh, that's what I saw in my dream. But actually, he just tried to scare me. So that's okay. So we walk together to school to take exam. So when we arrived, there is exam is just started, so we rushed to study the exam. But suddenly, in the problem, one of the problem is to describe what you saw in your dream last night. So, oh, that's what I exactly saw. So I tried to write down about the ghost that I saw in my nightmare. So it is kind of coincidence, and also it's on nonsense because it's a exam. But why they ask me about the nightmare? So anyway, that's the exam. Exam is the exam. So I try to describe my best.
All right, thank you, Hogan. Akka, continue, please. You have a minute.
Yes, and while I'm writing about the story, I was daydreaming about what's gonna do after the exam, or and also I was hurry up from just home to school, so I didn't eat anything, so I was starving, so I cannot concentrate the writing at all. So I think it's gonna be terrible result. But anyway, test is a test. I I go on writing, and I don't know the story before, but I just make up my story on the paper to, because the without writing testing, I think it's 0% to pass the exam. So I just writing, even though my daydreaming comes, or even though I feel the kind of starving, and yeah, I just keep going, keeps writing.
Thank you, Akka. Elle, continue, please.
After after I have been writing, and then I feel hungry. I go out to buy something, and then there is no restaurant open at all, and then I make this my decide to go back home and then make some something to eat, and then there is nothing in the refrigerator, and I just grab the chicken from the backyard, and then kill them and cook them.
Wow.
Cook them, and then after I feed myself, so now I can do my job next. I don't know.
All right, thank you, Elle. Hamid, continue.
Okay, after this situation, I learned one of my skills, and that skill was cooking some cookies. And I thought again my nightmare. And I also found one innovative idea. In this innovative idea, I could try to prepare some ghost cookies, because the Valentine Day is coming soon. So I thought it can be wonderful work idea, and in my opinion, I would make $1 million. So I just Googled on my computer some easy cookie recipes, and I decided to mix it some salty and sweet cookies, and I found a nice name. It is a ghost cookie. Next.
Hogan.
Yeah, I tasted the ghost cookie, but it is delicious. I immediately thought that it would be a big success. So I made a lot of cookies, like hundreds and hundreds and thousands. So I tried to sell it, but where should I go? I visited one of the closest the grocery store, and just put it there and asked them, if you can sell it, then I can give one 1/10 of the cookies you sold. So I suggested, but suddenly, just less than 1 hour, it's all sold out. So they asked me to make another 1,000 cookies, the ghost cookies, so that they can sell. So I was big surprise. So I knew it is delicious, but I didn't know it sold so quickly. So I tried to make another 1,000 ghost cookies and gave them, and it just went gone. So less than 1 hour again. So they asked me. So I think I have a pretty good hope that I can be a billionaire sooner or later. Next.
Excellent. And I had one of the cookies. They were so good, I couldn't stop eating it. And then I looked down at my hand. It was red. I had eaten one of my fingers. The cookies were so good. I'd bitten off one of my fingers. I was so hungry. End of story. Okay, guys, that was our first round. We have 2 more left. 20 minutes of telling ridiculous stories. Now, I need to tell you, the storyteller himself, the king of stories, Edson, has shown up. If you think your stories were crazy, just listen to how crazy Edson is going to make these stories. So, I want to help set the stage for this next round. You guys hadn't really done this before, so you were doing your best to think things up. Now, what really helps is, while the other students are talking, you want to listen, but think of what is one major change you want to make. And then as your turn gets closer, you might have to change that a little bit. Now, as I told you before, we've got space, we've got the Earth, we've got a lot of movies that you guys have as your favorites that you love. You can draw upon those movies or books or your experience. So, who would like to start us off for the next round? Does anybody want to start us off? Okay.
I can try.
Okay, Hamid would like to start us off again. So Hamid, I'll give you a minute. Now again, if you guys want to hand off your time before your time is up, that's fine too. I want it to be as natural as possible. So the order is Hamid, Hogan, Aka, Edson, Al, and back to Hamid again. So always know who is in front of you so you know to continue when that person says time up. Again, Hamid, then Hogan, then Aka, then Edson, then L, then back to Hamid. All right, Hamid, go ahead, please.
Okay, once upon a time there was a magician, and that name was Harry Potter. But this Harry Potter is very different because it is very hairy Harry Potter, and he hate this situation, and he was thinking solutions because when he tries some magics onto his body, it didn't work. So one day he decided to go to a hair-free institution center. Then he was learning the information. But when he learned money for this treatment, he was close to be crazy because the lady said to him the price is $1 million. So he was thinking some solution ideas, and one of the solution ideas, he wanted to write a magic book. Next.
Hogan.
Okay, so he tried to write a magic book, but if you can sell the magic book, it should be very popular and it's realistic. So he tried to start, but he didn't really think of anything at this point. So he thought again and again. Finally, he got the idea, and he wrote like 200 pages of the magic book, and it includes like 100 different magics. So after completion of writing a book, and he put into the bookstore, asked the publisher to publish 100 copies and put it into the famous bookstore. And suddenly it's all sold out again. So the Harry Potter was very happy, and he tried to wrote another book. And this is about how can you identify the magic behind the magic. So it's kind of reveal the solution. So that is another popular idea. So everybody wants to read that book again. So
Aka, it's your turn. Continue, please.
Yes. So his second book was also very successful. So so many people expect him to write third book, and publisher the expectation was huge. So he felt a huge pressure on such a public kind of expectation. So he was wondering about what kind of book should I write. So he made kind of one idea appeared his mind, actually magic cooking. Because a lot of cooking book recipe is popular uh, uh, in the world. So he thought that idea was brilliant. So and in his magic book, he has a lot of recipe which shortcut the some cooking process. In such way, people can cook quickly using magic. So he wrote 100 different recipe by using magic, and some recipe just take 1 minute to cook because of his magic technique. Next.
Thank you. Edson.
And then finally he got a message from space, and then wrote his book. Finally, could wrote his book, and started cooking a very good, delicious food. For the sauce of the food was very delicious, and start selling to everybody, and everybody proved that food got astonished because they found very delicious the taste of the food. For example, like cake, and the person starts asking him to see how he was creating this, he was cooking that kind of food, and he told that he got a message from space, from aliens, and but people don't believe that story, and then they start criticizing why he was doing that such cakes and cookies. But he then turned to selling his his cakes to other people, and then finally he made a lot of money, and he called the aliens to thank the aliens about the idea about the signal that he catch, and then he started improving his company, and makes a lot of cakes and cookies and a variety of foods.
Thank you, Edson. So, Al, you're next.
Okay, so, there is one of a recipe called snake steak, and the guy he was thinking, oh, he thinking about this recipe, and then he doesn't sure he gonna cook it or not, but he just thinking about it. But one day in the morning after he get up, and then he saw like a snake claw from that book, and then the snake just clawed to the plant, and then everything just start up by itself, like the oven, everything just go to the pan by itself and cook by itself. So after the snake steak had been cooked, that guy tasted, and then he loved it.
Hammett, go ahead, please.
Okay, after all these events, Harry Potter had a happy Potter because he made a lot of money, and he also tried to write his secrets on another book, and his magic was his hair, because he was putting his hair onto these cookies. So these hairs make the cookies very delicious, but nobody was aware of that. So one day the CNN invited to him for TV show, and that time that time he was watched all around the world, around 1 billion people. So because he was a famous world star, after all these events, he made $1 trillion. Next.
$1 trillion. Hogan, take it away.
Wow, that's a lot of money. So Harry Potter, after Harry Potter made a lot of money, he tried to build a spaceship so that he can sell the recipe book to other planets. So not just Earth. Earth is just small. So he tried to explore other part of the universe. So after 1 year, he built a spaceship. He can move like a speed of light. So he launched the spaceship with a lot of recipe books. I don't know if alien can read that all, but actually he thought he can explain it how to make it. So now it's launched, and after one month of traveling, he arrived a planet. It's just like on Earth. Next.
All right, thank you very much.
So he became very popular and became successful all the universe. So after he got the fame and fortune in this universe, next he want to get power, and he noticed this empire, the space empire is almost conquered this universe. So, but it was moved big land by dark side. So he realize now is the time to use the force. So he approached to the Jedi to get the power of force and train a lot and concentrate a lot of the getting of force. Next.
All right, thank you. Next.
On the other hand, the aliens were waiting for him to start a new civilization on other planets, but it was not possible for him because he was making a lot of money and was rising his company. Instead, he invited the aliens to come to Earth to colonize here and start selling his products. And the aliens then realized that it would be a good opportunity for them to start a civilization on Earth, and then they decided to do that. But in another galaxy, another kind of aliens, they look at that situation and then start fighting against another aliens because was not fair to do that, and then it started Star Wars, and the man tried to calm down the aliens, but was not possible. Then he decided to get his spacecraft and went to the war and tried to fight with the other aliens. Was a really mess wars, but he couldn't calm down both the aliens. Next.
Elle, continue.
I have nothing. Can I pass?
Okay, next. Hammett.
Okay, so there was an agreement between Harry Potter and Alliance, and when they were trying a Star Wars movie, one director saw them, and he decided to make another movie, and it could be a very wonderful new serious movie, and the director also found a name for this movie. HHP is with Alliance, so they started to make this movie. After 1 year, 1 year later, the movie was in the theater salons, and the movie was watched around 2 billion people all over the world. After this movie, the Harry Potter was a trillionaire all over the world. Then next.
All right, Hogan.
So after became another make a big money, he tried to build another spaceship. This time he tried to explore the other side of the moon, so we never saw. So after 6 months of build, then he launched it and tried to go to the moon, and but the other side, dark side. So we never have explored. So suddenly there was a big secret. It's a large building. It's run by United States CIA. It's a secret place. Nobody ever visited. So in that place, they are watching the Earth and also the universe as well. So in their Harry Potter try to sell their book he already written, but nobody in the CIA people are not interested in. So the Harry Potter failed to selling it, but instead burnt all the books he brought to the moon, and that ashes it spread all over the moon, and it contaminated the entire moon, and people in the Earth, they cannot see the moon anymore.
Wow.
Next.
Kafka, continue.
So Pink Floyd began to make an album about completely dark side of the moon, and that album released right after that, and it sold very well, and it's kind of the new sound of the rock, and actually Harry Potter gave them how to use magic in music, so it's kind of magical music. And also, people began to support the fourth movement on the earth because of the dark side. We cannot see the moon anymore. So the people, all athletes, joined that big movement on us to return the moon from the earth. So the catchphrase of it. We can, yes, we can return to the moon, and so it also alien realize what is going on the earth. So a lot of aliens coming to the earth to support this movement. Next.
All right, Edson, take it away, Killer Snake Man.
Unfortunately, when Harry Potter was walking on the moon, suddenly some snakes start appear in the surface of the moon, and combined with some mosquitoes and some worms, they try to penetrate in Harry Potter's body, which was not possible because Harry Potter body was really amazing. What happened on the moon? Something like the a part of the body of the Harry Potter was, so it was made of iron, and the snake could not catch the body. But according Harry Potter was walking, he saw a lot of ghosts, and Harry Potter was afraid of ghosts, and tried to run away to come back home to get his spacecraft to return to Earth, but was not possible because spacecraft had a problem. The one of the rockets of the spacecraft was broken, and then he had to construct again to repair the damage caused during the voyage. But fortunately, he repaired and start come back to Earth. Next.
Thank you, L.
Okay, after he spent time with the alien on the space, then they the alien want to travel to the human place. So both of them came down to the earth, and then after that they went to a party, and the alien have some alcohol, and then he got drunk, and he didn't realize that what happened to him. Then he asked his friends about what's wrong with him, because he just want to vomit, and then after that they left the club, and then they took a taxi to the hotel, and they stayed at the hotel for a couple of nights, and they went back to the space next.
Right. Thank you very much, Al.
Sure.
Hammett.
Okay, so Harry Potter was very bad after this event, and he decided to go to home, and he wanted to sleep immediately. And when he was sleeping, he started to have a nightmare, and he saw that in his nightmare everything was studied from his past around 10 years. And after alcohol situation, he suddenly woke up for peeing in the toilet. And when he was watching himself into the mirror, he recognized that the hairs appear in his body again. So alcoholics, the effect was the hairs again. So Happy Potter turned to be Harry Worried Potter, because the old story started again. So after this hairy body, he decided to suicide with himself. So he was using his stick, and he killed himself. End of the story.
Hogan.
He said end of story.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He did.
Well, Hogan, unfortunately, you're going to have to just start a new story. This will be the last story. Before you start it, though, guys, I do have another class right after this. My son will probably be awake by then, so I want this to be more of a casual class where we just have a conversation. We can talk about some of the crazy stories we've told in class, some of our favorite classes or teachers. And you'll probably hear my son running around, but it's meant to keep the classes going, because I know there are very few classes today. So it's something new I'm trying. So that's coming up in about 10-15 minutes. Hogan, continue, or start a new story, I should say.
Okay, I'm going to start a new story. I'm a chemist, so I'm trying to find a new drug to make me grow faster like a giant.
Awesome.
But suddenly something went wrong. So when I took the medicine, suddenly I can't see myself. I'm invisible right now. So what am I supposed to do? I saw through the mirror, but nobody is standing in front of the mirror. So I just went outside next.
Well, that was a very quick start. All right, thank you, Hogan. Next, we go to Aka to continue this new story.
Yes. A new story continues, completely new story. Followed by Hogan.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Okay, I got it. Yes. So now I was wondering, so how to use this power. Nobody can see me, and so I sneak into the airplane. Nobody see me, so it was piece of cake. So I was traveling around the world because nobody see me, and so I can. It's kind of I don't need to pay for the airplane, and I just sit down in the empty seat of the airplane and enjoy it. But one problem, because I'm invisible, I don't have make any friend in the world. So gradually I began to feel lonely. So I wanted to return to visible, but I cannot find a way how to visible. Maybe because of my drug side effect or something. But now, so I researched the drug which solve this invisible problem in my research lab. Next.
Edson.
So I was walking on the street and suddenly I got a message from space. Not an actual message, but was a signal. And then I could turn to invisible. And I start scaring people on the street and rob them the wallet, take a lot of money to buy my things that I really wanted. Suddenly once I was walking and I tried to rob it. I was invisible. I tried to rob the person. He was not scared of ghosts, and then he tried to hit me, but I could defend myself and I got his wallet. I ran away, and I entered in a bar. So I started drinking a lot of beers. I got drunk, and when I was come back home, I could realize that I had a lot of another guys following me because I robbed their wallets, and they want their wallets back. But I didn't want to give them, and then I turned to visible again and start to run away. Got home, and suddenly in a couple of minutes I got home. Next.
So
Yeah.
then I had the idea what should I do. So I went to my friend's house. I talked to her, but she didn't hear me. So
Sorry, keep going.
so I tried many ways how to communicate with my friends, and then I had the idea. I just okay. I had the idea. I should go closer to her and whispering her about what my problem was. So then it worked. She heard what I said, and then I asked her to make some chemical, and then I told her the way how to do it, and then she helped me all the way through, and then after that she dropped that chemical on me, and then I am visible.
Wow. Hammett, continue, please.
Okay, actually, this chemicals part, she misunderstood me, because normally I was whispering to her how I love her, and because the Valentine Day is coming soon, so I wanted to date with her. But she understood I am mentioning chemicals. So, and she was my best friend in my college. So we studied many times together some chemical lessons like physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, analytical chemistry, blah blah blah. So that day she was remembering like that studies. But as I said, in my opinion, I was trying to offer her for dating. But after the concert, she was very drunk because of the concert's effect. She liked the concert so much. Then when I tried to do something, there was one bottle on my hand, and when I gave to her, she suddenly woke up because of her drunk situation. Next.
Hogan.
So he likes to drink. So I also like to drink. So one day, the next day we had a lot of drink. It's so much drink, so we just we couldn't see each other, and we don't know what's going on around us. So we went out, but I forgot that I'm invisible, so nobody can see but my friend. So the people saw us, but it's very different because only one person is saying and the other one is invisible. So suddenly, so everything is gone, and it's another dream. It's a night dream, a daydream. So actually, I found a really nice the drug so that I can grow bigger. But there is a side effect. It's too effective. So if I take one pill, then I can grow like 1 centimeter. So if I 2 pills in 2 centimeters, something like that. I didn't know, but it happened that way. So actually, I want to see what's going to happen if I take 30. So the 30 centimeters are bigger than the others, so and powerful. So I went outside again. What's happening next?
Well done. All right, Akka, it's your turn.
Your son awake?
Yep, he just woke up. 3 hours sleep. That's pretty good for
That's a
him.
long sleep.
He's trying to learn how to speak English too. You guys
Really?
are doing better than him.
Oh,
How
I
old?
don't believe you.
Yeah, no, okay. Liam, say something intelligent.
Hi,
Okay.
you're so big boy now.
Dada? Mommy?
Yeah.
No, see, nothing. Not getting nada. Butt kiss.
Interesting enough.
Yeah, that's loud.
He's cute.
He's 1 year old.
He's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we grow them big.
So did you invent like a special pill? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my wife's Chinese, so she's tall too, right? So.
oh, okay.
Or maybe Simon is the chemicals effects.
Yes, those chemicals in the story. So, in the next class, we're going to have this little rugrat, but we'll do fun things with him. We'll pick him up like this,
Uh-huh.
and we'll,
And
drop him. And we'll just have a general conversation. Now, we can talk about stories and all that, but I don't want to set an agenda. I just want it to be very organic. Now, Edson, you would like me to do 2 or 3 more. Well, I tell you what, at the end of the next hour, if you guys want to do another one with Rugrat, we can try doing that. Because I know there are no other classes, so as long as you're happy with the quality and you're getting something out of it, I don't mind doing that. Okay?
All right.
So we'll do that. Now, we only have time for one more, so I want to ask Edson to do something really, really crazy to end the story, because Edson does the craziest stuff.
No way. Just snakes and lions and ghosts, aliens. But aliens the best. Are the best.
Yeah, I admit that aliens are pretty wild and crazy.
But snakes are trying to turn to be the best.
Yeah, well, that's what we'll do then. See? He's crazy. Aren't you crazy, son? Are you crazy?
he never
Yeah.
stays still.
No. My dad is crazy. I'm not.
Yeah.
Does he understand the word?
Yeah, no, he does. Like, if I do this.
Hi. We
No.
are from everywhere.
So he understands no, right?
So who is crazier, Simon or the son?
I must be crazy to have him.
Jump, 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 jump.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, yeah, so he understands jump. Diddle, diddle, diddle. Diddle, diddle, diddle. Diddle. Diddle, diddle, diddle. Ah. 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 All right, so guys, give me 5 minutes,
Sure.
and then I'll be back.
Okay.
There's plenty of spots available because I just opened the class up. And let's say in 20 minutes, if you like the class, then I'll go ahead and I'll open up another one that you guys can register for, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
guys,
thank
see you in
you
a
very
few.
much.
Okay, see you
Okay.
soon. Okay, bye,
Bye.
bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.